Hey, Max here. I'm back with a small live stream. I'm planning to do more live streams. MME Live is the main live stream show for movie talk that you'll see here. But I plan to do reactions and solo streams, and I'm bringing back Scoop Wars when there's something to talk about. It might not be weekly, but it is significant. I'll tell you what. The Black Adam hype is here for me, not only for the movie itself, just for all. We're going to have answers. We're going to have some answers. Some might not be the ones you're looking for. Oh, well, I have 0 viewers right now. Wow, that's great. Well, watch it on the replay. Leave a comment and make sure to smash the like button to help this series and for more solo live streams. And tell me your thoughts in the comment section on the replay, because I'd love to talk about it. RJ was here. Max, it's 1 a.m. Go to bed. Yeah, I'm only going to go for like 30 minutes. Devin says, just finished my stream. Surprised you're still up. I just want to talk about the recent Scoop Wars. Hey, Jade, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We're going to do lots of things on this channel. If I'm going to succeed and reach my goals, to grow the channel, to grow the community, I need to put myself out there more, including all masked up on, more live streams, more content. Absolutely, RJ. What's your question? I hope tomorrow you get a better sandwich than the shit sandwich that you got today. I saw you on Twitter. Well, the main topic here, I have two competing reports. This is the difference of Scoop Wars. I don't need to get access to anyone because I'll cover those that have access. There is another rumor that's popping up again about Deathstroke. Now I'm going to react to it from a Scoop Center clip out. I haven't seen it before, but my initial thoughts are Syl or Mikey, not even Mikey anymore, just Syl resurrecting the Deathstroke rumors that he's coming back. And honestly, whether you go with Snyderverse or not, if you bring back Ben Affleck, the Deathstroke Batman project that was being developed by, what was the director's name that did the those hardcore kung fu movies, The Raid 1 and 2. That's more low budget. And this is something that I think if Ben Affleck is going to do more projects, this is like a slam dunk, regardless if the Snyderverse goes or not. Because if you remember, at the end of Justice League, let me fix my camera. Regardless if they go with Snyderverse or not, Deathstroke was in Justice League at the end. He was there with Lex. I mean, it might have been Gareth Evans at one point, but at one time it was going to be the director of the Raid 1 and 2 was developing the Deathstroke movie. And honestly, it's like one of those, it could be a Black Label movie like Joker 1 and 2. It would totally fit. But I didn't watch. This is why I don't do my research. I want to watch the reaction live. It also kind of seems like it's regurgitating old scoops from years ago. This is why they consistently get criticized that they're just the next cultured nerd or Lightcast, because this was that was Gareth Evans. Okay. All right. Lewis Berry, please smash the like button, tell people about Scoop Wars, and tell people about MME. Chicken enchiladas for dinner. That sounds great. Okay. Lewis Berry says, hope to get the Batfleck movie in Justice League 2 and 3. Yes, I hope so too. Realistically, I just would love if with the budget, let's be real. I am super hyped for Black Adam because not only am I going to get to see the movie, we're going to finally be able to put to bed if Cavill is back. And I got an alternate scoop source here that says he's absolutely not. And it was why I'm covering it now. It's very intriguing to put yourself on the line right before the movie comes out. It got my attention. It also got my attention because it is a supposed friend of Geekosity and Mikey Sutton, Smallscreen. You know, Smallscreen is directly taking the opposite side of the Syl Nation Geekosity camp. And it's so weird. It blows my mind that now Syl is considered a scooper more so than Mikey. I'm like, I still don't understand this process. I don't understand what the hell is going on over there because he's constantly sourced as the scooper now. Hope to get Soups and Black Adam, Shazam 2, Flash, Band of Tomorrow, Justice League 2. Ultimately, there could be a lot of projects planned, but they are going to need to see some results from Black Adam. They're going to need to see some results from Black Adam. All right, so let's get to maybe we'll get to the Smallscreen scoop first. I also was thinking about doing a topic on She-Hulk memes and how it's the best comic book memes since Bully Maguire and how that's successful. Memes are important for success. They garner you attention. I know everyone says She-Hulk's cringe, but the memes are why it's free advertising. It's free advertising, and you want to see what happens. You want to see what happens with She-Hulk next. So it is a success. What the fuck is going on with my green screen? All right. Okay, so let's get to. Let me see if I could fix my green. I'm getting really sick of the green screen. What is going on? No, that's not good. That's worse. I guess it's the best I could get it. Okay. Black Adam will do very well. I really believe Cavill's in it, but it's really weird that RJ, if you want to pop in for a few minutes, you can. We're not. This isn't a controversial stream. This is a quick stream. I just want to react to 2 videos and call it a night. And then I got to take the garbage out. I got to do the duties of the man of the house. Take out the garbage. I should have done it before I streamed, but I'm not going to. Black Adam might flop. Your green screen is fine. Okay. Well, let's get to the first reaction here. It is from Smallscreen. I hope I don't get a claim on it because they show some clips from the movie. And basically he says this is an exclusive from Smallscreen. Zack Snyder. And yes, I thumbs it down. Because engagement doesn't really, it's engagement. It doesn't matter. I like Smallscreen too. I've been subscribed since they were under 1K. But they're saying Zack Snyder is done at DC. Hey, RJ.
Hello.
Hi. This is just a 30-minute stream.
Okay. I've been trying to play Overwatch 2 all day. It's been very frustrating.
Shit sandwich.
Yeah, that's why I just shit. Mario. Where's Mario?
We talked about Mario on MMB.
But there's more Mario.
What about more Mario?
The design leaked.
It didn't leak. They promoted it.
No,
they showed the front. They showed the front.
No, a McDonald's employee posted a picture of what he looks like on a Discord server because they were promoting the movie at McDonald's.
If I show that, Nintendo will strike me down. Nintendo's hardcore.
Matt showed it. It should be fine.
Oh, okay. That's it?
Yeah, there.
Oh, I don't know. Seems a little weird.
It's Mario. I mean, what else could you want?
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems a little different. I'm not sure. It does seem like a little bit like Chris Pratt. I don't know. It's got a Chris Pratt.
Does he look like
it's got Mario? A little bit of a Chris Pratt feeling. I don't know. I think it's all right.
Yeah, it's Mario.
I think it'll do good though. I think it'll do really good. Well, here is the small screen. Now I pre-watched this one. I didn't watch the Syl one where they're talking about Deathstroke because I'm like, this again. How many times have Deathstroke rumors come up for the years in DCEU? I'm like, they're bringing up this potentially is my initial thoughts because
I
they
still
can't talk about how. Absolutely, I am going to hold them accountable in this series for that, RJ. Definitely. It's also I just don't understand why Syl has become the main scooper, not Mikey, and Mikey just writes articles about Syl. That's really
I don't know
weird.
either. It's
That's
weird.
that's really strange to me and a little bit sus. A little bit sus that Mikey was the source for all these rumors for his, and now I just don't understand because he's constantly pointed as the source for articles now. Black Adam looks like a popcorn flick meant for the big screen.
I think there's a real chance it flops, though, to be
Wow,
honest.
what a shock. He looks like Mark. Well, listen, there could be lots of plans at the DC and Warner Discovery, but if it does flop, everything's on hold. That's just how the industry
No, it just
works.
means they're just going to reboot, to be honest.
Well, it just means they're not going to spend more money. They're just going to wait it out and release what they have already, right? Focus on the projects that they know exactly will make money, like Peacemaker. They'll still release The Flash. They'll still do stuff that they know is going to make money, like Joker 2. And then they'll just wait it out. And then they probably will sell. But big decisions in companies are always made after opening weekend box office because they have analytics that say, well, if this opening weekend was this, what's the second weekend going to look like? And they have a whole projection based on the first.
Well,
you
have to think too. The movie has 3 weeks to make money, and then
it's
and curbed on by Black Panther,
and then Wakanda Forever. Exactly.
So if it falls off in the second weekend, it's not going to make a lot of money.
But I'll tell you what though. Here they now I pre-watched this video. So Edward Lautner, I don't know, or something from Smallscreen. Basically, they reached out to multiple sources, and they're saying it's done. But they basically just said it would be a hard thing to do. They didn't mean it's definitely done.
I have a question right away.
And it's really easy to find it's easy to find a source at Warner Brothers that says nothing's happened with the Snyder Cut. It really is. That doesn't mean it's definite or Snyderverse, but take that for what you will. It's not hard to find a source.
That's a really important question.
Yes.
Why did you dislike the video?
Because.
What, did it make you mad?
No, I didn't. I did it for laughs. I knew I was going to show this on screen. It's engagement. I am subbed to Smallscreen. I was subbed to them before 1K, and I'm going to start covering them more as well, especially since they are giving a counterpoint to the scoops coming out from Syl Nation. This is a direct opposition.
My question is too: when are you going to interview Syl?
I don't really want to reach out to Syl. I'm going to reach out to. Because he's not interested. I know. Oh, Zantet, $10. Thank you, Zantet. Hey, mate, here's an incentive to continue with these smaller streams. I really appreciate that, Zantet. And I think it does help to go live for 30, 40 minutes because it makes my content better than just me ranting or hot takes. I just still going to do those. But I really like talking with my friends in the chat. And I really appreciate you supporting the series. That does really help, Zantet. I really appreciate that. I'd love to have you on in the future. A fellow Aussie, Jade. Zentet is also from Australia. I have so many Australian friends. I really do. Or we do, right, RJ? We do.
Yeah.
It's great. I love Australia. I would love to visit sometime. Although I hate riding in a plane. That's the only thing. And that's a long plane ride. But thank you, Zentet. Yeah, Jade. Zentet, I'd love to have you on. Yeah, and this is going to be 30, 40 minutes. Nothing more than that. Just straight to the topic. And it helps because people on the streams do get tired of scoops, but I love them. You know I love them, RJ. You know I love scoops. I love scoops.
Yeah, you love the pooper scooper.
Hey, I love talking about each end of scoops. I love it. I love when people go out. What's shocking is that he's decided to drop this now on his YouTube channel right before Black Adam comes out. That I think he says that if I remember right while watching this video earlier in the day, he has a definitive statement at the end, and Cavill is not in Black Adam. That's what he says at the end of this. I'm like, really? You're putting yourself out there like that right now? Okay. So I'll give him credit if it doesn't happen. I really want to.
Who said he's not going to be? Wait, who said he's not going to be
in this video? In this video, let's watch the video.
Okay.
All right. I hope this doesn't, because it shows some footage here.
Out of the gate, we'll tell you we're not anti-Snyder or anti-Snyderverse.
I have to disclaim that on everything you talk about.
Pretty much, yeah.
Never said that.
You can watch our history of the Snyderverse and our why the film industry.
I want to reach out to him. I do. I like him. He's a
well, of course, everyone wants to reach out to Zack Snyder.
No, not Zack Snyder, the small screen guy. Him, I forget his name. Edward. I don't know. Matt knows him.
And our why the film industry should restore the Snyderverse videos, our live streams on Snyder, and our countless articles on the whole thing for proof of that fact. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way,
and I will give him credit if he's right, because he is going out. He's putting himself out on the limb there right before. Even Grace Randolph has walked herself back on the Cavill not being in Black Adam, right? And even though she was so adamant that he wasn't.
Well, now she's saying the Cavill's in the Flash, so.
But I'm saying to put yourself out there right now is kind of like significant. That's why I wanted to cover it on Scoop Wars. I was like, really? Right now you're going to say this? Okay. That's why I was intrigued.
Over what we were told by a source with very close ties to Warner Brothers about the future of the Snyderverse and whether Zack will ever get to direct another DC Comics movie. We started off by asking them straight out whether the Snyderverse would be continuing at WB Discovery and whether there were any plans to bring Zack Snyder back. They revealed to us that the Snyderverse isn't carrying on. Yep, that was pretty blunt. But they continued, adding that following the Warner Media and Discovery merger, the studio wants to focus on making new DC content. However, they also said that they wanted to make big blockbusters, and they're looking to focus on characters like Superman, Batman, Aquaman, and yes, The Flash.
Now that sounds good to me. Whether the Snyderverse continues or not, I want to see those big characters, right?
Yeah. I mean, that should be like the bare minimum at this point.
Right. So that is something for fans. I think you can find things too, even if it's not exactly the way you want it to happen. There's a lot there if they continue something. And I am so happy to hear that a lot of these rumors are going on about possible cameos, about the Trinity. And I just wish Aquaman will get some more cameos. But Aquaman did have a cameo in Peacemaker, you know? Mm-hmm. So, all right.
What?
This would explain why Warner Brothers opted to cancel the Batgirl movie. They felt like the movie wasn't going to be big enough to perform on the big screen, and they don't really seem to care about streaming. This information was then backed up by another source we reached out to. When asked about the Snyderverse and Zack Snyder's future with DC Films, they stated that the Snyderverse isn't carrying on, as in we won't be seeing a Justice League 2 anytime soon.
Now, I will reiterate, it is not hard to find a source that says it's not happening. People love saying it's not happening. There's, people at this WB just want to do their own thing too. The new employees, they're probably tired of hearing about it. They really are. Mm-hmm. Marcus says RJ Dead Space remake looks terrible. I didn't check that out.
I don't agree with that at all. I think it looks pretty good.
Oh, no, Australia only has one room for one Mad Max. Okay. I don't know if they're actually reshooting their scenes. I just want to see. I also want to see a trailer for Aquaman 2. I think they're probably just waiting till after Wakanda Forever is in theaters because it's not exact, but it's got some similar things going on for it. Yeah. All right, so let's get back to this here.
Soon. This comes after there was a report suggesting that the Flash director Andy Muschietti might be directing Justice League 2 for Warner Brothers.
I would be happy with that. I think. I mean, I want to see the Flash first.
Wait, you wouldn't want Zack to direct the Justice League movie?
Oh, that would be my first choice. But Muschietti, I like his vibe. He seems like he's a good person to work with as well. I like his creative team, and I know people like the dog on It too. But I thought the It movies were really good. I do think the first was a little bit better than the second, but
that's typical of the book. I mean, the first half of the book's better than the second half anyway. So,
right. Yeah. So I think he's an extreme talent, and I would be okay with that. I'd be more than okay with that. I'd be happy. If they say we're not doing Zack Snyder, but we're going to still do Justice League 2, the only other thing I would say is, are you going to bring Darkseid back? Because, again, it's like the Thanos event. I want to see a big bad.
According to that one person, though, is that they're moving away from Darkseid and transitioning to Black Adam as the main villain. So,
that one I'm not too happy about. Even though I'm looking forward to Black Adam, I want a villain, not like one that's gonna go back and forth between sometimes a villain, sometimes a hero.
Well, I think what they would do though is they would have Black Adam versus the Justice League and Superman, with the Suicide Squad kind of intermingling, and then they would all team up against Darkseid.
See, here's my thoughts on that, RJ. When you go to, you have Zod, which was one of the best comic book villains of all time to me in Man of Steel with Michael Shannon. He played a great Zod. That was really intense. And then you have Darkseid, and then you go to a wishy-washy, sometimes villain, sometimes hero. It's not going to be as impactful to me. Or even Lex. I really like Lex. I know people still don't like Lex. Lex grew on me. It took multiple viewings for me to finally get. I didn't hate him, but it's a nuanced, kind of out there take on Lex Luthor. That if you really think about the modern age of what a tech person would be, I think he did a great job. And I do still feel like he's Lex Luthor too. He was very villainous. And he really put Superman on his knees without any powers. How can you do that? You know, I would love to see him come back too. But to go to that to a somewhat of a wishy-washy villain that might not be as cool as a straight-up villain. I mean, there was like cutting off heads and stuff in Zack Snyder's Justice League. And Darkseid said, we're going to the old ways in order to bring an armada to Earth. And then just to have, it's not going to be, I want to keep an open mind for sure. But that's just my initial thoughts there. I'm like, I really want to see a great villain. Let's get to the point where he puts.
It might not actually be Justice League 2. It could just be a new Justice League movie or a Flash sequel. The source then went on to claim that Zack won't be directing another DC movie for Warner's. That relationship is broken, and they didn't believe that the relationship could be fixed at this time. However, with new leadership in charge, there could be a way back for Zack and a way to fix the broken relationship between the two parties.
So they're kind of playing. They're playing at both sides there. They say it's done, but then they're like, he could come back. It's a broken, and then they also talk about egos, which, yeah, I think Zack has an ego. So they're still basically leaving the door open here, too. It is going to be, I still think it potentially could, but there's just a lot of obstacles in its way. And honestly, even if Zack wants to come back, how are they going to accommodate all his demands based on what happened to him before? He's going to demand creative control on another level that they've never experienced before. And I don't know if any studio will agree to that. I don't. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get to the point where he's like, this is why I wanted to cover it right at the end. Is like, oh yeah, and Cavill's not in Black Adam.
Require both sides to set aside their egos, and they stress that both Snyder and Warner Brothers have very big egos. It's personal for Warner Brothers. This point was brought up by multiple sources we spoke to. One of them stated that he pissed off a lot of very important people, which was in reference to Zack's antics when he basically stole the movie reels of his cut of Justice League directly from Warner Brothers and refused to return them.
Yeah, I really do that.
Yes. Any other director would have been in very serious legal trouble. But Zack has a lot of clout in Hollywood, and also has a very big following online that many movie studios seem to be very wary of.
I brought more soldiers than you did.
I'm interested. Now they do a good video. They cut it all together, but I just wonder if all these clips are going to get me acclaim. I'm wondering. I don't know. Maybe I still want to cover it, but I don't know. Like some people know the ins and outs. Like 10 seconds of this, 10. I don't know. I wonder if they do it good enough that I'll be fine. We'll see. I'll let you know.
Okay. All of this doesn't mean that the Snyderverse is dead necessarily. Our sources all highlighted the fact that Warner Brothers want to carry on with the same actors that were in the Zack Snyder DC.
Now, as much as people like to criticize Syl Adbul and Geekosity, they say done, and then in the video they actually say not necessarily. So they're doing the same thing on the opposite end. That's what I want to say here too. They're doing the exact same thing. They're leaving the door open to just in case something changes, but they did it. They gave a definitive statement. Zack Snyder is done with DC Films exclusive. And then they kind of walk it back by the end of the video. Do you see that too?
Nah, I mean, you always leave the door open because you want to cover your butt.
I know, but they're just doing the same thing as Zack is back, and then they give a little ways out in the end of it's the same thing, is my point.
Well, they're saying that he's not coming, like he's not going to do a direct sequel. He's not going to direct a direct sequel. Like it's fine.
It's not. What does it say though? If we really criticize Geekosity on their headlines, what does it say? Zack Snyder is done with DC Films exclusive. So I got to hold him accountable for that too. Like if it, but then they're being wishy-washy here in the middle of the video.
Movies. We already know that Ben Affleck is returning as Batman in Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom and the Flash movie. We still have Jason Momoa's Aquaman and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. The only real question mark seems to be over Henry Cavill's Superman. None of our sources were able to tell us whether he'll be returning as the Man of Steel in the DC universe. However, one of them did reveal to us that he will not be in Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam.
He will not be in Black Adam. Right at the end here, they reached out to a source, and their source says not in Black Adam. Now they might have an old source. They might have. I don't know, but I just if Snyder was truly finished, WB would have said by now. I think they have.
I don't think they want to say anything.
I think they have a lot of
appeal to those people.
They need a lot of decisions to make. They really do. They need to see how things play out with this, with Black Adam, and then how Flash is coming. I'm glad to hear the Flash score was finished. But what's your thoughts there? Right at the end, our source says it's not happening. Release this right before it comes out. Is that starting?
It's kind of ballsy. It says, like, hey, we're pretty confident this is what we heard. So
I'll give him a thumbs up. All right, there you go. So that's that. Now let's get to the Deathstroke. Now nothing would make me happier, even if the Snyder Death doesn't come. This just makes total financial sense. You know how people say returning to the Snyderverse doesn't make sense? Deathstroke versus Batman with a great action director.
Even though Deathstroke is not a Batman villain, really makes no sense. But yeah, sure.
It makes total financial sense, I mean.
Financial sense, but creative sense never did.
Well, that's subjective. But what they were planning, I remember back in the day, because he's also Deathstroke is not a billionaire, but a rich person.
This is their tease for Scoop Center.
The Deathstroke. I'm wondering if they are going to resurrect these rumors about Deathstroke and Batfleck. Change it up now they have. This is my interpretation of this. They need to throw something out there. Regurgitate old rumors because Black Adam's coming out. And if Black Adam comes out and Cavill is not there, they're going to look like egg on their face for sure.
I'm like 90% sure he's in the movie, though.
Me too. I will be shocked if he's not in it. I really will.
Yeah.
Because that's going to...
It would be more of a surprise if he wasn't in it.
Because people outside of this bubble that are interested in DC, they don't watch Scoop Center, Mikey or Syl. They also want Cavill back. People that don't even care about Zack Snyder, they just want to see Superman back. There are those type of people. There's a lot of Henry Cavill fans, and it's because their inability, Warner Brothers' inability to handle this on previous cameos. Like Shazam. Or a shout out to Anthony Beltry, Shazam. He loves to say Shazam. And other cameos that just didn't happen, which is extremely lame. I think people are expecting Superman. Look at when he took the stage at the Warner Brothers event. That's all anyone wanted to ask about, right? And even The Rock was hinting. So if it's a nothing burger and they do all these hints and try to bait people into seeing it and it's not there, then that might not be the only reason people are going to see, but it's just going to be bad. So that's another reason I have Black Adam hype, RJ, is because we're going to finally know for sure. All this talk.
Hopefully.
What do you mean hopefully? No, we're going to know if Cavill's in Black Adam for sure.
Well, that's like the only thing we'll know, though.
Yeah. When does it come out?
The 21st.
21st. Okay, 2 weeks. 2 weeks and we'll know for sure. All right, so let's see what the Super Scooper... No, that's Tony. I don't even know what to call Syl anymore because it's not Mikey giving the scoops, it's Syl. So let's see what he has to say here.
Scoop Center.
No, they already did Scoop Center, I believe. I think they do it Tuesday nights now.
No, I know.
Welcome again here for this week on Scoop Center. Definitely people are excited each week to get a little preview.
Green
just
Arrow.
A preview of the report.
Now, I would love Green Arrow in the DCEU.
Well, sure. I mean, isn't that why they're making a Black Canary movie to introduce him?
Yes. Art Marcus.
Tell that yourself.
I don't know if you're being genuine in there.
No.
Green Arrow Supermax needs to be made.
That was a cool movie idea. I wish that would have got made.
Okay. All right, so let's see what he says. Now they're talking about Green Arrow. I thought this was going to be out. It says DCU Deathstroke. Oh, and the return of Green Arrow more. Okay.
That they can expect on an edition of Scoop Center. Recently, Mikey, there's been talks. You've been kind of dropping little breadcrumbs about Green Arrow.
Stephen Amell's, unfortunately done. I mean, I thought he was a great Green Arrow. I met the guy; super nice guy.
I like Stephen Amell, but I'm kind of happy his run is done.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. There was some issues. I mean, it was never his fault. I'm trying to, Mo Moon. It says 3,000 players are ahead of me in this queue. I'm waiting.
Really? Wow.
Well, it's because they suffered a DDoS attack where people were messing. So it's been offline all day. Like the launch day was a complete disaster. I would try to play all freaking day. I'm up at 1 a.m. trying to get in 3,000.
I think I'm going to need to drink a shot or two of vodka tonight to get to sleep. I'm so wired to right now. I'm like so awake right now.
Here's what you do: just do a 24-hour long stream.
I have to work. I have to work tomorrow morning.
Literally stream until you have to clock in. There you go.
No, that would be a disaster because then I'd have to talk to customers. Charlie Hunnam. Ooh, I like that.
Everybody says that, but it's like so stereotypical at this point. He's getting so old. I don't know.
Is Max holding you back?
No, the game servers are holding you back.
Are you really going full Matt Jarbo on Charlie Hunnam's Green Arrow? He's not that old.
Let's see. Charlie Hunnam, age.
You ageist?
He is 42. How old is Journey Smollett Bell? She is 36. Okay, that could work.
Yes. Why are you including her? Why is she?
Because you have to have an actor who can
have
chemistry with Journey Smollett. She's Black Canary. So,
but who knows if that's still happening either, though. All right.
But the old regime, they really sat on a bunch of characters, and they
did. I agree with that.
With Green Arrow. But what I'm hearing is that there are now plans for a Green Arrow in the DCEU. It's not going to be Stephen Amell, though. They're going to get a different actor to play him. Don't know who it is yet. But if you watch Scoop Center, I can tell you where they are early development, early discussions on where he is going to appear.
I don't know if you heard recently, Mikey, there was some Flash reshoots. It's been a rumor.
I heard they're massive. For some reason.
I just heard it flip.
Is it going to work? Entering game, is it going to work? Is it going to work? Oh my God, I got in.
All right, see you later, RJ.
Bye, Max. Love you, bro.
All right, love you too. Go enjoy Overwatch. Okay. RJ left Scoop Wars for video games. A true nerd. All right, let's see what he has to say here.
Flopping Ben and Keaton at the end. That's what I was told.
Yeah.
About a month now. All of a sudden, Superman shows up. Oh, wait a minute. This feels massive, but
the Flash is becoming more and more of an epic film. So
who here in the chat? Yeah, Moment next time. I would have you on the show. Oh, you mean you want on Overwatch? Okay. What was he saying here? Oh, the Flash. I am really, really getting hyped for the Flash. Like it's one of my. I want to see it as bad as the Snyder Cut before the Snyder Cut came out. That's what it is for me because of all the changes with the merger, all the problems with Ezra, all the back and forth, the canceling of Batgirl. I am just so hyped to see the Flash, and I can't wait to see a big DCEU movie. Oh, okay. Yeah, Milman, reach out to me on Twitter, and we'll have you on in the future.
So excited about this movie than I ever have been. Like, I really want to see this movie now. One of the things I want to talk about, Syl, is, guys, don't worry that Michael Keaton's going to stick around. Okay? Ben Affleck is going to have a big future in the DCEU going forward. There's a reason why he's an Aquaman in the Last Kingdom. Okay,
I do think there's got to be a reason that he's getting all these cameos. I really do. I don't think it's for nothing, and I Max was right. I always said there's a chance, don't ever count it out, and that it could be his life's changed. It also could be a negotiation tactic. I mean, no one did a worse negotiation tactic than Daniel Craig after the last James Bond, when he said, I'd rather hurt myself than come back, and it would only be for money. It can happen. It could happen. And he seems like he's happy. And he said the Flash experience was one of his favorite times playing the role. So I do hope that there's legitimacy to the Affleck rumors, and I cannot wait to see Affleck in the suit again. It is a big factor, yes. All right. Good fourth point. Joe was saying he could see Batfleck entrusting Deathstroke with the mantle eventually. Ooh. I don't know what the mystery movie is here. You're going back to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood when you're done? Oh, Jade, you love Assassin's Creed. Okay. Yeah, we're only going to go a few minutes more here. I just want to get to the point of the video. I want to see what they say about DCU Deathstroke.
He's not all of a sudden going to die or whatever. He's got a future, and we're going to discuss that on Soup Center.
Interesting. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, we'll discuss the Flash sequel that I've been hearing about as well.
Flash sequel? That? Really? You're going to put yourself out like that? A Flash sequel. Man, I wouldn't put that out there unless I was positive. Flash sequel. Wow.
We'll go further into the Legion of Doom.
Here we go. Deathstroke. Legion of Doom. Oh, that sounds great to me. I still want a Legion of Doom on screen.
I want to touch on for this preview of this week on Scoop Center. Other, I got quote unquote major scoopers. They're starting to hear, similar words as far as what you.
Now the Deathstroke rumors have been around as long as Batfleck's been coming back, but I still want it to happen. Joe Manganiello, right? Joe. With Ezra, they want to keep Ezra. Hey, I don't know. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Legion of Doom. If they do that, that does sound like what they're originally planning to do, not of Zack Snyder with Darkseid, but with the Justice League version of Legion of Doom. That's my initial thoughts too, Voltaire. Like, that's shocking that they would. Well, they didn't say with Ezra. They just said a Flash sequel. Yeah, they didn't say with Ezra.
Gave to the members first that Deathstroke, Joe Manganiello specifically, WBD or DeLuca really wants him a part of the DCEU.
DC Films, mainly like DeLuca, sees a lot of high potential in Deathstroke, the Terminator, his full name. And what they can do with him in the future. So I hope
so. Don't lead me astray, Mikey and Syl. This better not be bullshit. If you keep talking about this, it doesn't happen. I'm gonna get angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry.
The future of Deathstroke in the DCEU with you guys, including plans for the Flash sequel, which they are tentatively planning him to appear in.
Deathstroke. And all right, I'll give him a thumbs up on that. You better be right. Deathstroke in the Flash sequel, Legion of Doom. This sounds like opposite of what they're suggesting about the Snyderverse returning, though. This seems like the original plan with the end credit scenes after Justice League. And I liked the end credit scene where they had Lex on the boat with Deathstroke. And we know League of Her Own. I'm going to have to cover that tomorrow on MME. A League of Her Own. Justice League restored. I don't know what the hell's going on. I honestly don't. I do want Deathstroke. Interesting to hear that he might be in the Flash sequel if they make a Flash sequel with or without Ezra Miller. I really wanted to see that Batfleck versus Deathstroke, but if they just go straight and have Deathstroke in a Flash sequel with Batfleck, I'm not going to complain. That's all we have for this episode of Scoop Wars. Thank you for supporting the show. There's more to come. I'm going to keep all these scoopers accountable. We're going to cover all the news and be as objective as possible about it. No personal attacks, but we're going to deliver W's and L's where they deserve to. And we are going to know in just a few weeks with that Black Adam hype. And I'm hyped. Thank you. Thank you, Doom. Thank you, Forth. Thank you, Mo Moon, Larry. And yeah, thank you, Jade. Appreciate it. See you later. Bye. Hold Max accountable. Everyone tries. Thank you, Mo Moon.